All right, what's going on, guys? We got a trade recap today for Tuesday, May 6th. I'm telling y'all, man, this entry model happens every single day. When you know how to apply it properly, there's no reason you can't be profitable. So, my higher time frame bias today was bearish. If my higher time frame bias was bearish, you're like, why did you take this long trade? Well, we'll go over that. So, my higher time frame bias was bearish to this internal 4-hour sell side liquidity. Why is that? It's because coming into the market open, or yesterday, we had this 4-hour bullish imbalance that I wanted to see hold and then get bullish reactions to the upside. Now coming into the market open, we had overnight displaced and ran through this bullish imbalance, and so my next draw on liquidity is now this internal low down here within this 4-hour fair value gap. This is the next high time frame low, so we can use this as our external draw on liquidity. Now scaling in from there, I'm looking for any sort of higher time frame imbalances to take a trade off of to the downside. And this morning was a little weird because we had this 1-hour fair value gap that I was looking for price to retrace to. We also had this 15-minute fair value gap right here. No, oh no, never mind. This 15-minute, if we go to the 15-minute chart, this 15-minute fair value gap right here. And these are the only two higher time frame imbalances within the range. So price opened up, if we just go to replay, we opened up right around in here, and I was looking for us to get this kind of move, sweep some liquidity, tap into this higher time frame imbalance, and then get that move down to the 4-hour sell side. But if we go into market replay, the market opens, we come up and we take this liquidity, boom. There was also a 5-minute imbalance right here. I was like, okay, maybe if we just come up and tap this 5-minute, I can get a 1-minute inverse model to the downside. But then we run through this 5-minute fair value gap as well. And so we come up and take this liquidity, and that's all we did. We never came all the way up to this 15-minute fair value gap. There was also liquidity nestled within the 15-minute right here. So I was thinking the market was going to come up and take that, rebalance to the 15-minute, but it never does. And it comes up, takes this liquidity here, just takes this high, and then dumps to this 4-hour sell side without offering any sort of entry. And so at this point, we form an SMT with ES. ES never took this 4-hour low. So we have that high time frame SMT, as well as we put in an internal SMT with ES as well. If we go to the 1-minute chart, ES made a higher low right here, NQ made a lower low. So we have that 4-hour SMT, and we have this 1-minute internal SMT, and then we have an inverse fair value gap, change in the state of delivery. In my mind, there's still imbalances above us to go and rebalance to. We have all this generated buy-side liquidity. There's a bunch of stacked highs here. We've taken this high time from liquidity. It makes sense to have a retracement, and this double SMT gives me the confidence to enter here, along with our entry model, inverse fair value gap, change in the state of delivery. If we also take the standard deviation of this SMT leg down, we can see 2 to 2.5 lines up right here with this 15-minute fair value gap. And then these are also relative equal highs right here. These highs right here that were put in before this move down are pretty much the same. And so there's a lot of reasons here for the market to get a retracement. Now, because it is a retracement model and there's no higher time frame structure to really validate this move, I moved my stops to break even once we came up to equilibrium, or to the only imbalance within equilibrium. If we take equilibrium, above equilibrium, this is the only imbalance within equilibrium. So once we get to this imbalance, I move stops to break even just to be extra cautious and safe. The last thing I want to do is come up here into a lot of profit and then get stopped out for a full loss on a retracement model. Especially if this was an expansion model, then you know what, I'd be patient and have like extreme confidence in it. Because it was a retracement model, I wanted to be extra patient I'm not extra patient. I want us to be extra cautious because there's no higher time frame structure really validating this move up. What I mean by that is I'm not scaling into a higher time frame imbalance within a higher time frame model, right? This is kind of just a model in itself, a retracement model in itself. And so once we got here, I moved stops to break even, then we come up, boom, break even, and then we take the internal buy side. It was about a 2RR trade this morning. So yeah, man, I keep, like, I'm not even gonna make this video any longer than it has to be because I've already gone over everything. And the moment that you make your trading simple like this, like I was bearish to this low, we take this low, okay, I'm pretty much, once we take this low, I'm pretty hands off. Like I'm not expecting to take a trade whatsoever. But then the market is telling me, it calls out to you in situations like this. Double SMT, and we have our change in the state inverse. There's reasons for the market to retrace to this area of confluence. Relative equal highs, right? Standard deviation lines up perfectly with this area. And so, yeah, that was the trade. That's the trade that I took this morning. Very clean stuff. And yeah, man, that's, please don't. I mean, trading can truly be this simple. So that's about gonna wrap it up for this one, guys. We have FOMC tomorrow. So if you're trading the AM session tomorrow, then be extra patient, realizing that it's likely the market is going to chop around in the AM session and set up for the PM session move of the FOMC meeting, which happens at like 1 p.m. So be extra cautious if you're going to be in the markets tomorrow with FOMC. Yeah, that's about all I got to say. So that's the trade recap. I appreciate y'all watching. Let me know if y'all are able to take, if y'all saw this, if y'all are able to take a trade today. In my opinion, this was the only valid trade. We've now come up and we're just chopping around. So this is literally the only trade that I saw that would have been valid today. So that being said, I appreciate you watching. I will see you on the next one. Peace.